We've seen the fluidity, the good chemistry, an understanding of the system with the group so far. And thankfully, everyone has been able to get games, whether it be the first break that we had, and this break with the Capital Cup that we had. So, people. I guess the guys understand their position, understand their roles in this system, and I think in the beginning was a little tough. We were conceding a lot of goals in the beginning of the season, but eventually we kind of put it together. Went on a small shutout streak, and from there we've had I think 3 shutouts in the last 5 games. So and only conceded 3 goals, maybe. So that's a good run of form defensively. It's gonna be interesting. Now we don't have Don. I'm not sure about Brendan. So we'll see what happens. We'll see who plugs in. And like I said, it's a good thing that everybody has games under their belt.
We'll go to Dave Johnson. Dave, go ahead.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Good, good. You see all these homegrown players doing well on this team, and as somebody who had a similar experience, just your thoughts on that and the growth of young players from this area that are being part of this club, and how important is that?
It's very important that we continue to shed light on the academy players, the young boys coming through. I really understand what they're going through, their roles in the team, their drive and their willingness to show themselves and to propel themselves forward, especially early on in their careers. I see it. I watch them in the locker room. I watch them on the field. I can understand their hunger and their attitude and their youthfulness and how vibrant they are, and I really admire it, because I went through it and I understand it wholeheartedly. And these kids, man, they have so much talent. They have so much upside, a bright future ahead of them. As long as they continue on this path, we got a good core of young players that really have the drive, the focus, the right mentality to make it to the highest level if they dream and if they believe it. And I'm proud of those. That group. I'm proud of Griff. I'm proud of Kevin and Moses and even Don. Even though he doesn't look so young, he looks like a basketball player. But he's still fairly young in this whole game of soccer. So the more we can continue to highlight them, give them the information, push them, put them in situations where they struggle, the better off they'll be in the long run. And the more it will motivate the kids that are still in the academy. And that's what we have to do. We have to motivate these kids that are in the area. They are the ones that are watching, and they've seen us. They've seen us when we were young back in the day in the local parks in Virginia and DC and Maryland playing. Before we signed our pro contracts, we played with them. We played with their older brothers. And now they're on the academy and they're watching us sign to the first team, and it's giving them that extra motivation. It's giving the club and the academy giving them they know that they have the ability to be able to sign. They know that it's not a closed door. And people for a long time thought that the academy was a closed door. You didn't really have an opportunity to make it pro, but the opportunity is real. And if you perform and you believe in yourself, that opportunity can come to you. So I hope those academy players, they really sit back and they understand and they work hard and know that, that opportunity can definitely come to you if you really believe in yourself and you really try hard, making it to this level as possible at this club.
Go to Jeff Strauss.
Bill, thanks for your time. 2 quick questions really combined to one. You mentioned earlier that you guys are missing a couple of guys, Bill and Paul, with national team duty, and Brian because of potential injury. Philly's going to be missing a couple of significant pieces as well. Do you guys feel like now is a good time to get them on the schedule? And do you feel like it's an opportunity to take points in Philly? And the flip side of that is, what do you guys need to do to find success up there?
I would have preferred to play a full strength Philly team. But we've played a full strength Philly team, and it was a pretty close match. Unfortunately, they took 3 points, but 1-0 is a close match to a team with a new system, a new coach, a new a new system. I don't necessarily believe it's the right time to get them. I just think that we both are missing pieces, so it's just going to change the match a little bit, kind of change maybe the game plan a little bit, because the personnel is going to change. But I think we approach every game. I think there's a motto that we have in our locker room. We approach every game going for 3 points. We're not necessarily looking to steal. It's more so we're looking to win. And this coach believes that, and he makes us believe that. We walk into every game wanting to get 3 points. Home or away, doesn't matter. There is no sitting back. There is no go for 1 point and hold off. There is none of that. There is whoever's on the field against us, we beat them. And I like that mentality. So there was a second part to your question. To beat them, we're pretty familiar with them. We've played them in the preseason. We've played them already once this year, and their team hasn't changed drastically over the last year or so. So their pieces we have a good knowledge about. I think if we come with our own solid game plan, which we've started working on today, on how to beat them, and then also how to prevent them from getting chances. I think if we implement that and we do it to a T, we have one more day to prepare that game plan that they're setting for us. If we do it well, I believe that we're going to beat this team.
Bill, one last question. We'll go to Jason Anderson.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for speaking with us. I wanted to ask a little about this. I don't know. I think even fans don't know how to describe DC versus Philly. Is it a rivalry? Is it not? People kind of go all over the place with it. You obviously have such long roots with the team, and you've been in a ton of these games. I wanted to ask your perspective on this matchup in particular.
Yeah, this matchup. The last 10 years, 11 years, I've been playing this game. It's been pretty fiery. I'm a little bit of a. I don't know if you would classify me as an MLS original. I think maybe I'm like a mid-original, semi-original. So, going back to the RFK days, I would still say New York Red Bulls would be our main, utmost, our biggest rivalry. But since MLS wants to shy away from that and make New York that thing, I would say Philly is a big time rivalry. I can think back to so many games where it was almost violent. Shannon Williams, I believe, is. I remember getting a fight with him in the middle of the field one year. It's been very fiery between both clubs in the past, historically. So, and I think it's just really a battle. I think the way both teams operate, I think the way Jim Curtin makes his boys operate, and the way Ben made us operate and with passion and leave it all on the field, and then the way this coach mixes that with a game plan, a certain level of tactics that he wants to implement, and then a certain mindset of put pressure on the other team. I think it's gonna look and feel, no matter what, as a big time rivalry. It's gonna be a fight. Both teams operate that way, and it just so happens that both teams are right here on 995. So, I would definitely say this is a big rivalry, and I think we could classify it as one of the biggest rivalries in Major League Soccer.